That way, Juno has a unique product to sell to its customers, but STI can protect it in the sense that it doesn't have to worry about having to do something like other companies. That's three of the main points that we recommend for STI to receive negotiations.
Good light.
Thank you.
So, sorry, Kevin, were you going to say anything? First of all, good job, you guys. I want to highlight a couple of general things and then some specific things to kickstart the discussion. First of all, I think your group did a great job of really framing the issues in ways that were clearly framed and useful to management, right? You really zeroed in on the critical trade-offs and the critical opportunities and risks that we faced. I also liked, I thought it was somewhat original that you distilled all that financial data into that key change from consulting services as the main driver to license and maintenance along with software. And you could say, well, the same people can do both, right? But that really shows these guys are not changing their business incrementally. They're really betting the farm on this new business, right? You guys did a good job of showing that. What I'd like to do is return to your final slide and I'll use that as an opportunity to allow the group to say, are these the right recommendations? And what we need to do collectively in the next few minutes is decide what Rajat should do. Should he sign the contract as it is? Should he ask for the kinds of protections that the fraternity has insisted on? And if they do ask for them, that's perfect. That's a perfect license for this. If they do ask for those protections, is Juno going to go for it? Right? Well, you know from case B what happens. But put yourself at case time. Can we answer those three questions? So this is your chance now to respond to what they've raised.
Yes, yes, yes.
Take your time.
All right, see you guys later. No, seriously. So first of all, you see a bunch of recommendations on the top left there for what STI needs to require of Juno. Okay, what STI needs to require of Juno. Abdullah, which do you think of those is the most important?
The one that's possible.
Abdullah, sorry. Of the various things, so they have a no poach clause, they have this business about protecting their IP, right? Which of those is most important? Which? They're both important. Okay. So, do you think we can successfully protect our IP in the ways that they're suggesting? What were you going to say, Vishal?
Those are kind of related. Like, if you don't take employees, then the IT is protected.
They're related, right? But there's other ways to get the IP besides coaching the employees, such as?
We can just look at it and try to create the function on their own.
Reverse engineering, precisely, their functionality, okay? So we protect ourselves that way. Now, so we have something for reverse engineering. We have a no poach clause, and that's common in contracts, right? Like I do contracts, and it says you can't hire the people I used later. Otherwise, there would be strong incentive for my client to do that. What about the starving issue? Did you guys understand that? And how can we, you guys don't think touch on that, but maybe I'm missing it. How do we prevent Juno from starving STI out at a certain point?
Guaranteed minimum.
That was listed in traction, the last point of prudence.
Yeah.
Conduct should include the assurance that Juno will not regulate.
No. Oh, they're actually asking for a minimal amount of orders for adapters, because this way, as they said, one of the threats is they can Juno can re-engineer its software to stop working with these adapters and sort of go around them, and then they'll just say, the work that you did before was great, but now it's not compatible anymore.
So let's just be clear, because this is an important distinction. There's poaching and there's starving, right? So starving is what Eugene just said, right? Is that suddenly we stop giving STI orders and STI has to go out of business or whatever, and then we can be free of all these obligations, right? Poaching is the other thing, which is that last point in strength, which is, oh, I'm sorry, it's not. Poaching is hiring their people.
Poaching's taking something illegally.
Third to last. But the last point in strengths there is what?
Starving's not giving somebody anything.
Oh, this is, I guess,
Preserving your mentions.
You were just thinking reciprocally from Juno's point of view. Yes? No. Can you explain that point again?
This last one?
Yeah.
I just figured that maybe, as far as like one of Bob's, like one of the main engineers, or charging engineers. So it's just that requirement that you can't like interfere with the management of the company of STI.
So by hiring one of them, do you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an extension of the no poach rule. Got it. Are there any other points on here that anyone in the class does not understand? Okay, we've got re-engineering, we've got sole rights. Okay, talk to us about that. So sole rights.
Means like STI wouldn't sell the adapter or the functional source to anybody else. Only you would be the only one who would have access to the product.
Right? And what Vishal is saying there is very smart, right? Because when you're negotiating, if you want your counterpart to protect you, you have to make sure you deal with their insecurities, right? So you're thinking, well, threatening to Juno would be, we develop this in their stable and then we sell it to everybody, to their competitors, right? Good, good. So what else? Have they hit all the critical points or did we miss any?
How about the IPO?
Yeah, IPO said that
your first
selling of slingshot seed.
Selling what?
Slingshot seed cases prescribe that after the end rather want to sell the company or issue the IPO.
IPO.
Oh, so Yarnesh, what you're discussing is their
IPO
exit.
is not discussed.
Their exit, okay? So the exit is really in the B case, right?
After end.
Yeah, so I'm sorry if this wasn't clear. The Blackboard announcement was just to simplify your lives so you would focus on the A case but get to know the B case. So the B case is important, right? The exit, whether they get bought out or do an IPO or what have you, okay? Now, let's hold off on talking about that till the end though, okay? But thank you for raising that. In terms of this negotiation, did we miss anything critical? Is Juno going to go for it?
Yes.
You know they do, okay? Now let's turn to the beginning of the B case, right? And you know what the three things are. So there's a guaranteed stream of income for STI. Look at page 2 of the B case. You guys want to sit down? What? All right, thank you guys again. Good work, good work. So, page 2 of the B case. So the second point was clearly covered by this team, right? No poaching. The third point was exactly what they said in their presentation, probably because they read this already, right? Okay, so exclusive rights, but STI retains their IP. What about the first point? What does that mean, royalty payments? So let's say that STI develops a product in development. It's not even finished. Why is Juno going to commit to paying for that later? Say it right, but Yarnesh, why would Juno agree to that?
Because the work's already been done.
No upfront cost. But what if this product is in development? Is that good for Juno to pay 2 years of royalties on something that's not even finished yet?